Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Billy. Happy birthday to you.
No, I'm real soon.
I don't know how you're going to get upstairs, but... Are you ready to...
I hope I deserve all of you.
Come on up, Billy.
Let's go on up. Ready to party? You have a ramp? Are you ready to party?
Come on up.
Lots of fun. Ready for hugs? Ready for hugs.
Oh, okay. What, the rail? You good? Hey, gorgeous.
Hey, gorgeous.
Thank you. Flowers. They're lovely.
Oh, I'm so glad.
There's my cousin Jerome Carr, Supreme Attorney, and his beautiful wife. Oh my God. All right, everybody line up.
Shade, Billy.
You were surprised.
I know. I surprise myself all the time.
I didn't call you on Friday because I didn't want to have to lie to you and say that we were going to see.
I know. We had to explain ourselves. And then Jana called me. She goes, Mom, it's so mean.
These parties are going on.
Yes.
Yes, hi. My daughter's
Hi.
Hi.
Let's see if you're faces with
Yeah, exactly. Cindy?
Yeah, I'm in front.
Okay, how are you?
Hi, darling.
Yes, nice to see you.
It's my son, Michael. Michael, this is another cousin of ours, Joel.
Are you better?
My very good
I'm Joel Sherman, Billy's nephew.
another cousin. Renee?
Yes.
Cindy. Cindy, how are you? My God.
Yeah,
thanks. Even I know it's a long time.
Considering I'm up there?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
And I was the baby.
No more.
We're highly up there.
Yeah, we are way up there.
Not like Aunt Billy. Family by the name of Nora Yellow.
Yeah.
What does she look like?
She's like my extended family.
Really?
One time, Marcia.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable. Look at this.
Happy birthday!
To everybody in the group. That's what I mean by working group.
Your wife should be here any moment.
Good to see you. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All right, I have to get to this section.
Get to that section.
Take your time. Take a breath.
Have you all been getting to know each other right off?
We've been here for a long time.
Here's my hero, Max Whitehouse. Thank you, Max. Thank you for everything. So glad you came.
There you go.
Good, unbelievable. Who did I miss?
Yeah, I think she does.
Carol Moriello.
She lives in Arizona.
She lives in Arizona.
I live here.
Here she drove. Her father gave her a car to get around. Hi. Oh yeah, she's a New York originally. Yeah, she's a New York.
I think she works
It's not Tucson, it's not Carol. Anyway, we'll find out. Michael. You did a lot of beautiful work on the floor. Thank you so much. Who did I miss? You, I know you too.
Yeah, you did.
Sean and Patty. Oh, okay. I'll make my way over here. You have to leave for me. I've been shrinking. Thank you, John. Thank you.
You did it?
Hi, Patty. Thank you, darling. Good to see you. Good to see James. Oh, great to see you guys. Oh, boy. What a family of friends, huh? Gotta give it
She's good at
My son's other mother. Oh, hey, for you I'd do anything.
I'm so
I'm here and smiling.
She's inside. Here's the bridal couple. They're getting married last month. Oh, I didn't. Connie, gorgeous.
I didn't even see you, Connie.
We'll double hug you when we do it once. Wow. Happy birthday, girl. You just keep getting younger. I don't know how to compete with you.
I'm getting younger.
Yeah.
I'm getting smaller. I'm shrinking. Yeah, because I used to be 5'3", and now I'm 4'7".
It's okay.
Alrighty. I brought something of yours back with me. A brush you left on your last trip.
Okay.
You are the neighbor of the garage.
Yeah. If we go, then
Yeah, but you have to talk to the host first, you know? This is my niece from Texas. We've met Jeff and Vinny.
Everyone. Yes.
Nice shirt. How'd you get out for subway? Easy. How are you doing with the plans? Is everything going well?
Oh, yeah.
I have to talk to you. I don't know what to wear to your wedding.
Really whatever's comfortable. Real
Whatever's coming, I can come in my pajamas.
It's like it's cocktail party. It's cocktail party dressing casual.
No heels.
No heels.
I gave up heels years ago. They would not support me anymore. You see where I'm reduced to?
Those are cute. I like those. I wear those.
Yeah, I have a couple of these. These are very comfortable, yeah.
Did you have any idea?
Yeah, was this a surprise?
all this, but look at this wonderful bunch of people. Hey, Andrew, give me a hug. I have something
Here, let me
for
film
you.
your
I
meeting.
brought you an envelope of something.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a printout of my. I did a little tweaking on it because it needed a couple of tweaks.
It happens.
What are you going to do with it? You going to frame it? I brought you a frameable copy.
Thank you so much.
No, I don't need that. Oh, God, I'm being photographed up the window.
You got it. I even put on a dress on the occasion. I have worn a dress since I retired.
I have pictures of you in dress.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
I don't know.
I'm on the southern
Two of my nephews are here. one from his, sorry, her husband, where she goes, Renee's husband, she's married to my oldest nephew, who's Joel.
You do.
Is that
Mona's son. She has one, and May had two. And one of her, the one sitting on the rail, Jeffrey with the bald head, that's May's older son. Her other son is in California. He's going to be here in August. Maybe when he comes in, we'll all have dinner, you know, and you'll meet him. I'd like them to know who you are. I'm so glad you came, Jerry. Oh, yeah, you know, his family is so Frank told me yesterday. Yeah, and he wished me a happy birthday. You don't change. Here's my nephew. This is our cousin Jerome. This is Mona's oldest son.
I was mad about your mother.
I was too.
I don't blame you. She was terrific. And Saul was a great guy.
He was.
You know he was in the army with my brother?
Oh, really?
He and Frank served together?
The same company.
Which brother? Oh, I'd forgotten that.
When my brother decided to stay in the army, he used to go home all the time, but he helped Saul get out.
He was such a shy guy, his cousin Frank. You know, he once went AWOL to come and visit me.
He went AWOL plenty of times. He was home more than he was there.
He just didn't
But he did help your father get out.
Oh, really?
But your father was really old already. He should have learned the
Oh, I know. My dad was,
he was 30s already.
he was in his 30s.
He was done very well.
He was 33 or 34.
He didn't like the service. He didn't like it.
Well,
He sure didn't.
no, he was in the South.
They were Kentucky. Kid Campbell.
Oh, really?
You didn't know who I was?
My grandmother was a very tough woman.
I figured here's the pumpkin. I said last night.
Oh, this is the genius. Come here. Oh, I've been waiting to see you for a long time.
He came for you.
Looks like.
Everybody says we know
I was stuck at the barber shop.
And then he
Feel like a sharp guy.
he wears his sunglasses indoors a lot. And then I say, you know, Jim. And I always say, now you really look like Uncle Billy.
Well, I understand you're now a gown, or you're not a shriver anymore. Congratulations. Good move.
Yeah.
Good move. You deserve a better name.
You know, Aunt Billy, and coming from you, that means a lot.
Well, I think it's a little unkind of me anyway. But
It's okay.
I'll take advantage of an opportunity to express an opinion that normally I would
You're
not
allowed.
express. Right. You know, I'm very diplomatic for the most part, but in this case,
There's nobody here that get offended.
yeah, in this case, who would we be offended with that?
Sparkling.
Look at these gorgeous flowers. Did Michael bring these? Oh, from Scott Robin Breffney. Oh, gosh, they're fabulous. Oh, wow.
And Billy, your cards are all going to go up there.
What?
All your cards are going to go up there.
Oh, my goodness.
And this is just a little something from us.
What?
This is a little something for you to use.
A little something?
Yes, in here.
I don't know what to do first.
Do you want to get something to eat?
I just want to look at the table, look around, and see if everybody has found everybody. And then we'll...
Who's in charge?
You're here to help and work? Hi, Joshie. How's life?
Here to celebrate your birthday. It's going good.
Flowers are spectacular. Thank you, Mom.
Wait till you see what's in the Johnny.
Oh, okay. I want to have a look, yeah. Oh, good. Everybody's around the table.
So to speak, but it's just a little way of saying
happy birthday to Billie in song and verse, as we tried to do 10 years ago. And so it's become a little bit of a tradition, save 10 years hence for her 100th, if you would. But some of us have assembled people that she's all familiar with, and we've got a few things to read and a few things to sing. And so everything that comes your way, Billie, is because of all the seeds that you have planted. The very first guest that we have is Leslie Alexander. Leslie's been a longtime friend of Billie's, and she's been so instrumental in helping to put together some of the surprises that we have today. So without further ado, our first guest, Leslie Alexander.
Remember, Billie, you're not 90, you're just 19 with 71 years of experience. So I have a little letter I received a couple of days ago for you, and I'm going to read it. Dear Billie, I understand from your friend Leslie that today you are celebrating your 90th birthday. Congratulations, happy birthday. Perchantani and Mazel Tov to 120. It's no small feat reaching one's 90th year, accomplishing as much as you have throughout those years as an author, theatrical professional, having given the world, for which I thank you, the enormous talents of the legendary Carol Burnett and the late great Jonathan Winters. I would imagine, however, your greatest accomplishment has been the mark of respect you showed your mother by taking care of her in her later years and then sharing that homage in your Hello Mama Goodbye. Congratulations on this day of your birth and for living your life to its fullest. Sincerely, Mario M. Cuomo. Copy of the letter.
Wow. How did you do that?
We don't mess around, Billie. We just Now, Jack Benny said, age is strictly a case of mind over matter. Right. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Thank you. Okay, so I wrote everything because I'm a little nervous. I'm not regularly a performer. But I met Billie about 25 years ago in a writing class when she was still working at Time Warner Books. And the structure of the class was that the teacher would give a topic and you'd write for 10 or 15 minutes. And then any brave souls who wanted to share their work would read it aloud. And then the class would make comments about it. Now, for the most part, these people were not good writers. And what was interesting was that no matter how bad they were, they somehow did not see this in themselves. Plus, they had no problem saying the meanest things to the other students. Now, I stayed out of it unless I had absolutely something I could honestly say that was positive. But there was one student who always made intelligent, insightful, constructive remarks, but was never mean. She was also by far the best writer in that class, our Billie. Now, after a couple of sessions, the teacher suggested that you make sure you have someone's phone number in case you missed a class. And that was so that you would know what the assignment is in case you missed the class. Now, this was way before the internet. I know this is hard for the youngins here to get, but there was no other way to find out what the assignment was. So I figured I'd go to the best. And I tapped Billie on the shoulder and asked her if she would exchange phone numbers, and the rest, as they say, is history. So we had so much to talk about, though, that it was almost 2 years before she told me that she was also in the show business, which we also had in common. And watching Billie interact in that class, though, with the people in that class and in the world when we went around, it just gave me an entirely new perspective on kindness. And years later, I reminded Billie about this class experience, and I tried to put those lessons learned into effect. And I said something like, remember, the students were, kind of mediocre writers. And she said, why don't you tell it like it is? They were lousy. I said, Billy, what happened to being kind? And she paused and she thought for a second and she said, well, they're not here. So 10 years ago, at this very spot, at Billy's 80th birthday, I thought of Billy as mine. She was my Billy, because she made me feel like I was the only one. And then I realized, listening to all her friends and family, that Billy is the embodiment of the words of the late, great Maya Angelou. People may forget what you said or what you did, but they will never forget how you make them feel. And Billy makes all of us feel like $1,000,000, which makes her our Billy. Beyond Mr. Cuomo, from actress and singer Andrea Marcovici, that sums this up perfectly. And she has written, "My dearest Billy, when they coined the phrase 90 years young, they had to be thinking of you. For I've never known anyone so curious, so enthusiastic, so full of life and love as you. Your sweetness, your smile, your generosity of spirit, all embodied in that tiny frame. What a dynamo you are, and how lucky I am to know you. Have a wonderful birthday, and may this day rejuvenate you for many, many more birthdays to come. All my love, Andrea."
Thank you, Leslie Anderson. Thank you. Okay, lovely. Moving on. I will introduce, but first, without further ignoring of this lovely black shirt that you see facing you, the inimitable Doyle Newmeyer, who's offered his services for the singers in the group, Doyle Newmeyer, who is our musical director for all the shows that we do, and a dear, dear friend to Billy. Speaking of dear, dear friends, here comes Constance Paschal. Connie Paschal.
Okay, so how do I know Billy? 17 years ago, I had the very good fortune to meet Billy because our dear friend Bill was directing my cabaret show. I hadn't done cabaret in quite a while, and Bill said, "Hey, I want to introduce you to this dear friend of mine. She's amazing." And she happened to be 73 at the time, and I think she just looked into me and just said, "You know, you're going to do fine. You're going to do great." And she was just so positive to me, as I think everybody else can attest in this room, that she is to all of us. And so, Billy, thank you for your love, and happy, happy birthday. I have a little message here from somebody, so I'm going to read it. And I don't have my glasses. So, today is Sunday. Billy, dear. We first met through our beloved Arthur Willey in 1955. You were his and all the others in talent manager Martin Goodman's office, their rock. I used to visit Arthur often to receive his sage advice. And more often than not, you and I would spend a lot of extra time together in the reception area, where you added your own sage advice to this wannabe performer. You and I bonded and became fast friends, and we have remained so all these years. And now, here we are. Today is Sunday, June 8th, your 90th birthday. As I think about today, I'm acutely aware that time is moving faster and faster. We are coming into a new day. Great things are ahead. Today is Sunday, your birthday. And it is the day that your whole life has led you to. It is the glorious day of your incarnation. Today is Sunday, your birthday. And this is the day we all get to experience our lives as new and fresh. The clouds in the sky have never, ever been just the way they are now, and will never be that way again.
Today is Sunday, your 90th birthday, and we're so happy and grateful that you were here, that we are here to experience it with you. Being who you are and what you are, you will stand up, face today with an attitude of love and light, and make it a good Sunday. Being who you are, you know that as you make this the best Sunday that you have ever lived, all your tomorrows will be even better. This is the Billie I know and love. Carol Burnett. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can forget the line. Thank you, my God. I love being in a room of singers and everything. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams. And life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on the way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, think of all you'll derive out of being alive. And it's the best part. You've got a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
One that I brought to the fold as well. This gentleman was in the very first class that I taught at NYU. He is still the same age he was, and so am I. Paul Grofel.
Yes, as Bill mentioned, I was when I first met Billie, I was an aspiring actor and a first-year theater student at NYU. And Bill said, "You got to meet Billie Biederman. She's in entertainment. She's got a great eye for talent. She's someone you should know. She helped get Carol Burnett started and Jonathan Winters started." And so we all met up at the Angelica movie theater on Houston. We were going to see Life is Beautiful with Roberto Benigni. And we met up outside, we were on the street, and I remember Bill said, "Why don't you sing something for Billie right now?" And I got very shy all of a sudden and said, "Oh, I don't know if I can do that with all these people around." And Billie said, "Darling, no shrinking violet ever made it in show business." It's the first of many, many Billie-isms that I have received through the years. I too have a letter to read, and it goes like this. Dearest Billie, congratulations on your 90th birthday, a remarkable achievement. But then, you are a remarkable lady. We have known each other for 50 years, ever since you spotted me on The Tonight Show in 1963. We have forged a close and loving relationship ever since, and I feel that you are the sister I never had. You watched my daughter grow up, attended her wedding. You've known my family and friends for so many years, and they all love you as much as I do. I know you have all your loved ones with you today. I just wish I could be there too. I'm there in spirit, believe me. Enjoy the day. You deserve every happiness. Here's to the next decade. I love you. Libby Morris. This next song is a song that's near and dear to Billie's heart and speaks to her humanitarian spirit. Another Billieism, real quick, if I may. Here it is. Our souls are the drivers. Our bodies are merely vehicles. And it doesn't matter what make or model you're driving. Touche.
You've got to be taught to hate and fear. You've got to be taught from year to year. It's got to be drummed in your dear little ear. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught to be afraid of people whose eyes are oddly made and people whose skin is a different shade. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught before it's too late, before you are 6 or 7 or 8, to hate all the people your relatives hate. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be carefully taught.
Dear Billie, I believe we met first in 1958. I had just turned 13 and was in NYC for the first time. I didn't realize it then that it was to be my new home. It was a pivotal time in my life, mixed with sadness and wonder, a total turnaround from my life I came from in California. Also, my mom died in January '58. NYC was exciting but daunting to me. I was happy to be with my big sis, who took me in as her ward. I met lots of people through Carol, you among them. You were a standout to me. I was an insecure adolescent, and you had time for me. You were genuine, warm, and caring. You helped me feel better about adjusting to New York. Today, 56 years later, you're still that lovely, warm, caring person. Happy birthday, dear Billie. With love from your fan, Chrissy Burnett Sanchez. If I forget, you'll help me. And I just want to say that this song was a favorite of Carol and Chrissy's, and is a favorite of Carol and Chrissy's. And your Mama Biederman, loved Carol and Chrissy so much, and they also your mama loved this song, I believe. A cigarette that wears lipstick's traces, an airline ticket to romantic places, and still my heart has wings. These foolish things remind me of you. A tinkling piano in the next apartment, those stumbling words that told you what my heart meant. A fairground's painted swings. These foolish things remind me of you. You came, you saw, you conquered me. When you did not take me, I knew somehow this had to be. The winds of March that make my heart a dancer.
A telephone that rings, but who's to answer? Oh, how the ghost of you clings. These foolish things remind me. You came, you saw, you conquered me. When you did that to me, I knew some hearts had to be. The winds of March make my heart a dancer. A telephone that rings, but who's to answer? Oh, how the ghost of you clings. These foolish things remind me of you.
I'm back. Since her 80th birthday, Billie published Hello Mama Goodbye, Memories of a Caregiver, and is nearly ready to release Ludlow Street, her memoirs of growing up on the Lower East Side. These are Billie's own words regarding Hello Mama Goodbye, because I couldn't do better than that. Writing about the journey I took with Mama is wedded to a wish to make the elderly around us more visible, to stir a sense of their worth and identity, so who and what they were is not forgotten, so that when and if they need us, they are not forsaken. For me, the book is about two remarkable women and the lessons they teach each other, such as how to take care of another person, how to be taken care of, which is hard for a lot of us, and how to let go, and of course how to hold on to what's important.
I remember Mama so well, and the bedtime stories she'd tell, sing lullabies till my sleepy eyes were closed. I remember Mama so well, silver hair and voice like a bell, always so neat and sweet as the sweetest rose. She had worries, how well I know it, maybe more than you and I. There were tears, but she'd never show it. I guess that angels never cry. And sometimes when dreams would go astray, she would hold me in her arms and say, don't worry, my darling, don't worry. Time may dim my memories, and yet I can never, ever forget. I remember Mama, I remember her so
Okay, here's what Lillian Gish had to say about aging in Hollywood. You know, when I first went into the movies, Lionel Barrymore played my grandfather. Later, he played my father. And finally, he played my husband. If he had lived, I'm sure I would have played his mother. That's the way it is in Hollywood. The men get younger and the women get older. Aren't you glad you moved back to New York, Billy?
You bet.
All right. Billy has spun her magic on the world of cabaret, and I have 3 more messages for Billy from a singer, an actress, and a songwriter. Dear Billy, word has it that you are celebrating a milestone birthday, and the key word is celebrate. It makes me happy to know that sometimes the universe has the good sense to keep beautiful, loving, and important souls on our planet for a long time to remind us of the inherent goodness in people. You have been a light on this planet for a while, and we need you to stay around as long as you can. So Billy, on your natal day, I shall celebrate you and bless the day you were born. Love, Michael Feinstein. Dearest Billy, first of all, how is it possible that you're turning 90? This can't be. You're the You're the loveliest 90-year-old. Hell, the loveliest 70-year-old I've ever seen. I'm writing to wish you the best birthday ever, with many happy returns. I'm so grateful for your friendship. You're a very special lady. Happy birthday, Billy! Much love, Becca. Rebecca Luker.
Oh, wow.
Dear Billy, happiest of birthdays to you. You are one of my favorite people, a Gemini in show business. May this be a wonderful, happy, healthy, exciting year for you. All my best, Amanda McBroom. Now, as George Burns said, in his 90s, I look to the future because that's where I'm going to spend the rest of my life. Love you, man.
Thank you.
Billy. Billy was my friend for years. She helped me through the hard times, celebrated the good ones with me. Happy birthday, Billy. Wish I could be there. Lots of love. Bess Meyerson, former Miss America. And Billy is the confidant to several of us, I think, in this room. and possibly a guru to some of us, and to others, definitely a friend. But for every one of us, a cheerleader. When I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. When my bankroll is getting small, I think of when I have none at all, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. I think about a nursery and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their beds. If you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you fall asleep counting your blessings. You're in there.
It is a pleasure to introduce the next performer, without whom we wouldn't be here. This gentleman I know through Connie. And he came into our lives many years ago and changed all of ours just by simply lending his gentle, generous heart to our lives. This house is testimony to the love that he has for the people in his life, including Billie. So he has prepared a song for her. Mr. Max Weintraub.
I'm not a performer, so.
Just sing out, Louise.
You know, I think that by me, you're Billy the Kid. I've already celebrated my 90th, and you had such beautiful things to say about me at that time. And at home, I have a file full. Every time I have a birthday, Billy writes me poems that make me feel 10 feet tall. So I hope you'll bear with me on this stuff.
You're 50 feet tall, Max.
Thanks for the memories of all those days of yore, when you grew so poor. The pushcarts and the vendors and the 5 and 10 cent store. How lovely it was. And thanks for those memories of all the folks you met. Your days with Carol Burnett, Fess Meyerson, you Downs. They're just the few that are in your debt. How lovely it was. Some of your clients were sprinters, and some of them no more than splinters. But you gave us Jonathan Winters. And that's not all. There's Monty Hall. So thanks for the memories of more than one soiree, of dinner at N.A. You never changed the venue. Then again, you always pay. We thank you so much. Thanks for the memories. I always count on you to be one of the crew. You make my Seder greater. You're the only other Jew. Thank you so much. And thanks for the memories. For going on that jaunt way up to old Vermont and writing me a poem, painting me so bon vivant. I thank you so much. Recall this I said with a grin did. Hope my friendship will not be rescinded. But Billy, you're rather long-winded. like squeaky chalk. You sure can talk. But thanks for the memories. You charm and you bewitch. Always sing on pitch. Thus ends my stint, a big as it. You've made my life so rich. We thank you so much.
Happy 90th. I congratulate you for joining the geriatric peak and the social gerontology it promises. I congratulate the boundless physical universe for putting you in our midst. And I am inexpressibly grateful for having been born a creature that can understand his good fortune in sharing the cosmos with you. I think of your mother every so often, whose talent with words was noteworthy. And your management of her sensible and responsive personality sculpted a portrait to leave in her name and the vast files of data of a future that obeys the nothing is lost rule. In your hands, it was a nothing is lost set of rules that prevails. Glad you are in the club. Pew Downs. For those of you who know me, it is safe to say at best I'm a sentimental sap whene'er my feelings are expressed. So a poem might be easier. I promise I'll be strong. Remember at her 80th, I wept throughout her song. Sister Mona was the eldest and was sort of like a mama. Sister May was quick and witty with a flair for song and drama. When Billie came along, she was their last shot at a boy. When Papa heard she was a girl, he simply muttered, "Oi." A change of life arrival, Mama said, and this she swore on, was either born a genius or would likely be a moron. True. It's safe to say that either way, she made her life her own. And with all the folks who love her, Billie'd never be alone. To her, I'm just a snot-nosed kid, still wet behind the ears. I think it's neat she's got me beat by nearly 40 years. Is there anyone among us who is gathered here today who hasn't heard some wizened word that Billie likes to say? She's brilliant, though she's modest. What she knows ain't taught in school. She claims a man could be 100 and he still could die a fool. You all have heard her say this. You know every noun and verb and noun. When times are tough, you'll hear her huff, the voile is lopside down. She might tell you in a time of need to trust that inner knowing. Refrain from digging up the seed to see if it is growing. When something so spectacular occurs, she'll often call it. The soul, I've heard her say, contains the event that shall befall it. How did I get to be so lucky is a phrase I'm sure you've heard. And each of us is a movie. Yep, that's Billie, word for word. How about beware beginnings? Or I wish you open doors. Don't use me for your anger. Folks who are bored are often bores. You gotta give some latitude for Billie's favorite platitude. Forget how good or bad her mood, her attitude is gratitude.
Whoa.
She has no preset filter, doesn't see in black and white, and is tolerant of political bent if you aren't extremely right. She doesn't judge you by your body, doesn't judge you by your wealth, and when you're broke, she'll make a joke and say, you've got your health. She sees us all as equals. She loves straights and loves the gays. She will heap upon each subject what she calls her AVAs. Acknowledgement, who, what, and where, and then there's validation, which leaves, of course, the final A, and that's appreciation. She can hobnob with the A-list, she can mingle with the masses, she can compliment a stranger or can call them horses' asses. She is rigid with conviction, she is pliable with reason, she gets fetchy when she schwitzes and gets bitchy when she's freezing. Billie's gorgeous. Oh, no, you are, but not on this page. Billie's generous and thoughtful. She is frugal yet not tight. She would never take a taxi. Well, unless it's late at night. For Billie, chance encounters with a stranger are a treat. A stranger, she might tell us, is a friend we've yet to meet. No matter if they're on a phone or possibly her waiter, for any kindness she's been shown, she'll tell their bosses later. I'm going to tell a tale on you. You won't find this distasteful. Friends, you all know one thing Billie never is, and that is wasteful. She called me not too long ago to ask me what I thought was a reasonable expiration date for coffee Orna bought. Now, Orna is her cousin, and the last time she was there, she bought a can of Folgers, which stayed in the Frigidaire. So when I asked her gently, what's the expiration date? Before she'd give an answer, she said, darling, wait. I called the folks at Folgers and spoke with this lovely girl. I think her name was Cindy, or again, it might be Pearl. Well, anyhow, I asked her just how long it might survive. She asked me, what's the year, my dear? I said, 2005. Now, Billie swore it still smells good. Pearl said, it's best you don't attempt to drink it just in case. And she told her, oh, I won't, for Billie's not a coffee fan. She made a plan, here 'tis. She'd leave it in the laundry room in case a neighbor is. I voted no, and she agreed. If you've opinions, hold yours. She'd never waste a single thing, not even antique Folgers. She often hopes she'll never be a paint in the ass one day. I tell her that could never be, and this is what she'll say. I must be under auspices, my bounties without measure. But truth be told, her heart of gold is what makes her a treasure. Of course she'll say, these aren't my thoughts or words, they're things I've gathered. She wasn't merely bathed with gems, I'd call it more like lathered. We all have many teachers, she had mama, she had others. For wisdom flows from worthy springs, professors, friends, and mothers. So I would turn the tables, and I'd say that might be true, but because they're things you've told us, we'll remember them from you. So here's to celebrations, to Mishpucha, far and near. Here's to laughter, here's to health, and here's to those that we hold dear. Happy birthday, Billie, darling. Happy 90 freaking years. Here's to validating wisdom. Here's to validating tears. Here's to sharing what's most precious. Here's to wishes old and new. Here's to friendship like no other. Here's to love. And here's to you. I made it. Oh, okay. That is so hard. Okay, thank you. You'll get a copy. We'll print it on Amazon.com. It'll be. Well, thank you. Jesus. Could you imagine me singing I Remember Mama? I would have had to slit my wrists. Okay, is Doyle still here or did he duck out? He had to, all right, Doyle had to go on the fly, but God bless Doyle. Let's thank him and after he's been so generous and he's such a great guy. Connie Paschal, I've known for 30 years. She's a phenomenal actor, a genuine triple threat. She's just so you saw what she did. Yeah, she's a Libby Morris reincarnated. You're right in front of her. So thank you, Connie Paschal. I want to say a special word about Paul, my little guy from 19 years ago when we first met. I love the kid. You heard his voice. We're going to record an album this year, come hell or high water. But before that happens in a month, he's marrying the lovely Helena, and Billie and I will attend the wedding. God bless. Give her up. There he is, yes. And Leslie has been instrumental in gathering these quotes, and she even put together a book. And Shutterfly has all the quotes and the photos. God bless her. She put that together for you, so you have a remembrance of it. She went above and beyond, so let's thank Leslie. Max, of course, I mentioned, but I'm going to bring it up again. You still got the biggest laugh in the house. So thank you.
I didn't hear it.
You did. He said, you really are long-winded. And you missed him, but you were probably busy talking. So, all right. Let me read a few thank yous, and then I want to turn the floor over to the birthday girl. Without their amazing generosity, I couldn't have put the kind of party together that Billie so richly deserves. Her beloved nephew and niece, Jeff and Honey Lynn, have donated money toward this, and it made it possible. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Honey Lynn. Thank you so much. And Billie worked with this young lady at Time Warner years ago, and she reminded me that we've known each other now over 20 years ourselves. I adore her. She moved to North Carolina some time ago. We feel her absence every day. But lovely Susan McCray also made a donation. Thank you so much for helping out with her. Thank you, man. Efforts were made above and beyond. Is he still here? Or did he go upstairs? Michael, Michael. Okay, there. Michael, come over here for just a second. You guys, you have no idea. Michael is a designer, a florist, and a general man about town, and he has spent. You can see what he's done with the yard and the flowers and everything, and he would tirelessly work for 3 days putting this party together. Let's thank Michael. Yeah, so, God bless him. He's the man upstairs. He's literally the man upstairs. Thank you, Michael. Let's see here, Michael. Lorraine Catalano. Lorraine, where are you, darling? Lorraine, did you try those quiches? Are they out of the world? Yeah. Lorraine Catalano. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able. Lorraine Catalano just recently became a mommy, and she has this beautiful. She and her partner Pat have this beautiful little boy, Denzel. He wasn't able to come to us today. He had an asthma attack, but he's okay, but he couldn't come out today, or we would have this sweet little boy running around, but I promise next time we gather, he'll be here with us. So Mommy Lorraine's going to pull up some pictures for us. Lovely. Isn't he beautiful? He's just 2.
2 and 3 months.
And 3 months, Mama. My sister and my mom flew in just to help me with this party. They did the grunt work. They pooled their money for plane tickets and wanted to be here to celebrate Billie's birthday. My mom Joanne and my sister Kathy. Where are you, Kathy? My mom. There's an adorable young man that every now and then, in a bevy of students, I call one a keeper. I have keepers every now and then. This little man, Josh, where are you? Come over here. That sweet little man that you see running around, keep an eye out for him. His name is Josh Schwartz. He's a wonderful actor, singer, dancer. He's at the CAP program. He's become my little boy, but you're going to see things happen with this kid. And he's really wonderful. Remember Josh Schwartz. Next time we put a party together, he'll sing. So now, while we get together and put the candles on this amazing cake that we had made for Billie, I want her to take the floor and say a few words because, you know, she's just itching to. But I sincerely want to thank you all for making the effort to be here. I know some of you came from miles away, and some of you it's not as easy to get around as it used to be. And thank you for the effort that you made on Billie's behalf, because it really means a lot to me to be able to gather you all together in one little place so that we can honor this amazing human being, Billie Biederman.
Want to sit, Billie? Sit right there on that chair.
Do you want it, Billie?
It's taller than you are.
Do you need it?
I just sort of wanted to take
Okay.
You know, I didn't know they knew me so well. There's so much information that's come out there today. I think there might be people in this room who don't know me as well as they thought they did. I didn't know me as well as I thought I did. The thing is, I've said many, many things, but I think one of the real talents in my life is that I attract the best people. And they have enriched my life beyond anything I could really describe. Bill, of course, who is my rock of a friend, and all the people I've met through him. I have all these wonderful relatives, some of whom have never met each other, and this is a great opportunity for them to be connected while I'm here to be the entity to connect them. And they're such terrific people and so special. They made my life very special and very rich, with friendship, with love, with support, with understanding. And all the things that I am as a cheerleader and a supporter of them comes back to me in gigantic ways. As one of my great teachers once said, what you put forth is what will come back your way. You put out love, you get love. You put out the other thing, you get that. So you have to be mindful of your words and your feelings. I've been very fortunate. I've had some great teachers in my life. Some of them have been quite mature, and some of the youngest. And I remember hearing a wonderful quote many years ago by an Indian guru who said, every man is my teacher. And out of a long conversation, that is the one line I remember. And I've added to that every man, woman, child, and occasional puppy. So we have teachers all around us who have so much to give us at any age. And I often wondered why these amazing young friends of mine had any interest in me. I was an old woman. What do they want with me? But it took me a while to figure it out. We have trade-offs. We have something to exchange. Any experience or wisdom I've accumulated through taking it in from so many people in my life is there for me to share, to pass it on, to play it forward, whatever the line is. And they, in turn, can teach me something that I don't know about what's going on in their generation, what's new with the young folks, what's in, what's out. Every once in a while I'll say to Bill, what was this all about? And he'll say, you don't want to know. You don't need to know that. So they spare me what I don't need. And it's a terrific thing because the man in India was right. Every man, woman, and child, and certainly friend continue to be my teachers. And as long as we keep the mind open and the door to our lives open, the riches flow in. You live in a box, you're shut off. You open that box, things flow out, things flow in. I persuade you all to allow that to happen. Because there are a lot of people in this room who have no idea who I am or who I was. And some of you found out today through my friends, through my relatives, through people I've spent a lot of time with who have contributed to the richness of my life. You know me a little better. Some of you may be surprised, which is good. But the possibilities are there, and everybody is a gift in my life, and every person in this room in particular. Max Weintraub is a hero to me and many people. Mary Kay is an astonishing woman. These are all people who are in the same age range. Thank goodness we're here. We still have a lot to share. And all the rest of you, take it all in. Take it all in. It's a good life. It gets better and better. And it gets better as you make it better. So put out the good stuff and it will all come flowing back at you. I love you all very much. Thank you for being here with me. It's a celebration. I can hardly find the words to express it. Bill said so many of them so well. Max said so many of them so well. Everybody did. And I'm honored and grateful and overjoyed to have all of you share this landmark birthday of my life and to have all these wonderful messages come from people who cannot be there because of geography and because of the form of immobility. But we're with each other. We're with each other in heart, mind, and spirit. And that transcends every obstacle. Thank you. I love you. And it's a wonderful day. Let's enjoy it. Bless you all. Yeah.
So if you guys can hang tight for 1 second, what we'll do is we'll bring you into the dining room and we'll do the official cutting of the cake. We just have to get a crane to bring it downstairs. We're a little ambitious. So if you'll hold tight for just a second, I'll bring you into the dining room.